Hey guys, how you doing? Ray here again. If you'd like to subscribe, it's Nitro Kyosho. Also, you can follow me on Facebook. If you type in Nitro Kyosho, you'll come to the community page. There's a lot of cool stuff there. Well guys, I finally got this. It came in the mail today from Healy Direct. Thanks to my friend over there, Long Vu, for hooking me up with this. Also, for this, I bought some Thunder Power 480 milliamp G8 Pro Light batteries to go with this. I got 4 of them here. Thanks to Kim Quinnett at Thunder Power for hooking me up with those. And let's not waste any time, guys. Let's get this thing out and start the unboxing review. Okay, so got our manual here right off the bat. We'll have to go through that later. Helicopter right here. Okay, got a little. I was wondering if it was going to come with a little blade holder there. Pretty good. You got one battery it comes with, the 3-cell 450 milliamp. These are a little bit bigger. These are 480 milliamp. Okay, and it looks like a tool kit. Bind plug, Allen wrench, screwdriver, some Velcro, zip ties, basic items you get. So let's just look at this quickly, what it says on here. Some of the stuff: powerful brushless outrunner motor, Castle Creations 15 amp ESC. It's got a 3-cell battery now, Spectrum AR6335 receiver, rigid carbon fiber frames, and optimized servo geometry. So let's talk about the changes quick. I have not flown this yet, obviously. I just pulled it out of the box. After my last debacle with one of these from a different brand, I almost just about gave up on these things. I swore I'd never go back to them. But the one thing that brought me back to this, a couple of things. One, the 130 really wasn't a bad helicopter, the one before this. It had its issues with the tail gears stripping out, and it had its issues with sometimes the tail blowing out on it, but it was a pretty good flyer as far as the way it performed, basically. You know, I'm looking for a backyard flyer. Hopefully this is going to be the ultimate backyard flyer, not something. I don't want to take this to the field on the weekends to fly. Some of the changes between this and the 130, total revamping as far as I can tell. The one thing that really, like I said, brought me back was when James Haley, the designer of this, had kind of manned up and admitted the faults of the 130, and they knew what was needed to be changed. So they actually did a total revamping on this, guys. I'll get up and show it to you after. But the main thing was the gears, bigger, beefier gears. It's like what you'd find in a regular blade helicopter or almost a T-Rex series helicopter. Bigger tail case. This has an actual aluminum tail boom on it, not a carbon one with a wire going through it. The other one had I think the torque tube was smaller than the wire on this rudder here. So they've got an actual torque tube in there now with the bearing in the center, so there's no slapping. They actually use a full size for this kind of helicopter tail servo. This is off the Blade 450X, so it should have incredible tail performance. If this can control the 450X, I'm sure it's going to handle this little guy. Bigger, beefier main gear. Okay, that's a big thing. Although I never had problems with the old main gear. An outrunner motor, which is nice. The 130 was kind of underpowered as far as I thought. And this should definitely help out having that type of a motor in there. Carbon fiber frames instead of all plastic. And actual regular metal aluminum bearing blocks going through there, guys, like you'd see on a bigger helicopter. It basically looks like they just took a big helicopter and really shrunk this thing down. Not a lot of defective things on the old 130. The only issues I ever had was with the tail gears, and that's why I ended up getting rid of it. Let's pop this canopy off here. It's a little tight. Put a little silicone on there, make it go on a little bit easier. Canopy looks kind of fragile, as all the blade ones do, but it's flexible, so maybe it can take some abuse. I didn't see an extra set of blades, so it looks like they only give one set of blades with this, guys. Now another thing with the 130 was a 2-cell battery. Like I said, they moved up to a 3-cell. Okay. And this doesn't have the linear servos. This has rotary servos. It's basically like a shrunken down T-Rex 250. Now, what I was looking for, guys, was the ultimate backyard flyer. Okay, I have big helicopters. I don't want to go to the field and fly something like this. I want something I can go and open my garage door, go out in the backyard in a limited space, half acre, and fly around and have some fun. I know people that have the 250 T-Rexes, and there's nothing wrong with them. They're great helicopters, but they're just a little too much for the backyard. I mean, if you have a big backyard, maybe you're all right, but the space that I have to work with, this is going to be just about perfect. And it's a good indoor flyer too, if you can get into any kind of a warehouse or a building or a school or whatever to fly in. The wiring looks like it's laid out pretty good on this, guys. I like the fact that they have, for the bind plug right on the side here, pop it in to bind and you're good to go. I did a little bit of pre-programming on the radio because I saw some stuff on Horizon site, some of the little things they had fixed, but I haven't obviously bound this or anything. We're going to test it out this weekend, guys. I've seen some YouTube videos I try to find a regular kind of guy flying it to see how it performs and how it does, and so far I like what I see. I'm going to put some charges on these batteries, guys, and hopefully the weekend is nice. We'll be able to get some flights out there for you. I'll probably do a general flight, and then if I can get these broken in, an acrobatic flight, try to tweak it, tune it, and then give you a flight review of what I think of it, and more or less comparing it to the 130 and some of the new changes. But I like the layout of it. Also, all Allen screws now on here. There's only a couple, I believe, of regular Phillips screws. And one is on the tail, on this here, and there's a couple on the guides for the rudder. Other than that, it looks like they're all basically like a 1.5 millimeter on there. So that's nice. You don't have to have a lot of tools to work on it. Skid's got 4 screws holding it in. The little blade helicopters, guys, have always been pretty sturdy and durable. So I'm sure this guy will be just about the same. And you know, if you're flying over grass like I always do, hopefully you have a soft crash if it does come down. The other thing that's nice is that I can see is they got rid of the carbon main shaft, and they look to have like an aluminum one in there now. And it looks like a pretty well-made, pretty tough little decent helicopter, guys. I haven't seen any bad things happening yet on YouTube. I haven't heard of anybody complaining about vibrations or crazy tail stuff or this or that. So hopefully we'll have some good success, and hopefully Nitro Kyosho found his backyard flyer. Okay. So let me get up and show it to you guys up close. Alright, I'll show you the underneath here. 4 little screws in there. The servo layout is like kind of a, similar to like a T-Rex, I guess. The way the servos, little sub-micro servos in there. And with the flexible plastic blades, hopefully in little crashes, the servos won't strip out. But I'm sure that all the parts, from what I've seen, are going to be fairly cheap, guys, for this to fix. It's not going to be like fixing a big helicopter. So carbon fiber, like I said. Don't forget, guys, to put your Velcro here, or your battery is going to be moving around in there. There's actually, it can't hit the motors underneath, so you don't have to worry about it scuffing into that, but you want it secured in there, so don't forget that. There's 2 screws on the boom here, so that shouldn't be moving around. There's 1 screw holding in the tail rotor shaft back there. The casing looks very tough and durable. And from what I see, guys, I like what I see so far. So the review part of it, I like reviewing and seeing what I see on this thing. Hopefully I can give you good news when it comes to the actual flights this weekend. Probably Saturday or Sunday, look for another video to be uploaded. So, you know, major changes, just to recap, guys. Outrunner motor, carbon fiber frames, sub-micro servos, not the linear. The linears used to get dirt in them and then they would jam up and give you problems. Real kind of servo layout, aluminum main shaft in there, a real aluminum tail boom with a bearing and a real torque tube inside, not a wire. So they really went all out on this thing, guys. They really put threw everything in there, you know, to make this thing. And as from what I can see here, I take my hat off to the Blade company at this point. And hopefully after the flight I'll feel the same way. But as far as the layout and everything, the new main gear, it's not a 130, guys. I mean, total revamping. Okay, so forget the 130. This thing is not a 130. It's completely redesigned and different. And like I said, all Allen screws on there too. I like the fact that these the boom supports are pushed back further, that they're not up here. So I think they did this thing right, guys. Okay, from what I see and everything. So we'll get this thing programmed up, guys. And once again, thanks to Healy Direct, Long Boo, and thanks to Kim Quinnett at Thunder Power. And hopefully thanks to Blade for making, hopefully what I believe from what I see is going to be a great little helicopter. And I think, knock on wood, I think I finally found my backyard flyer, guys. So hopefully we come back with good news this weekend with the flight and the review of that. And we'll talk to you soon, guys. So thanks for watching. Don't forget, go through your manual. Check it once, check it twice. Make sure everything is set up properly before you take this thing outside and it goes spiraling out of control. And I've been there and done that. So we don't want that to happen with a new Healy. So we'll make sure that it's programmed properly. So, and these are going to be some powerful batteries. This thing is going to give it a kick. Once again, these are Thunder Power 480 milliamp G8 Pro Lite 25C. And it already has the little JST connector, so no soldering, nothing, guys. And I want to wreck that. But anyways, just charge them up, break them in. Remember, these are not micro batteries. These are real 3-cell batteries, guys. So 3 break-ins, gentle hovering, cruising around, and then you can do your idle up and stuff like that. But these are real batteries, guys. So you got to handle them and take care of them just like you would a 5,000 milliamp battery. So anyways, guys, there it is. The Blade CFX Advanced Micro Helicopter. And hopefully we have some good news for you this weekend. Thanks for watching, guys.